now, our feature presentation.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Focus Testing, a improvised comedy podcast for two idiots, Tristan Miller and
Tucker Daly Johnston, who is somehow a different idiot than Tristan is.
Yeah.
I just want to point that out.
We're idiots in different ways. And what do we do, Tucker?
Idiocy. What do we do?
Yeah.
Well,
here on the program,
every
tell the
week
folks.
we bring to the good people of the neighborhood of the world.
As we are all neighbors.
As we are all neighbors.
Through Christ, who is our Lord and Savior.
Nope.
We both sign on that.
Back
we both sign off on that, and that's the official stance of the podcast.
I cannot yes and this.
Well, yes and Christ for me, please.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. Anyway, what we do...
I'll see you in hell. What do we do?
We do. Every week, we make up a movie on the spot based off of a random prompt, and we just sort of give and take and see where it goes until we've come up with the best or stupidest movie.
Are you
we
just
can
reading the
possibly
copy
conceive.
from the podcast page?
Yeah, just reading it. What do you want from me? We make dumb movies with our mouth words.
Okay.
There's your tagline.
Yeah.
I get you.
Yeah, that's the slug. Oh, I just made so much work for you. Yeah, you hear that shit. I'm so sorry, audience, for the visual one. I don't think I can get rid of that.
What the hell?
Is it still ringing?
Man. No, it's gone
Good.
now.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm just gonna cut that out.
Yeah, you should. You should absolutely. That's what I do every time I bump a mic or Melissa bumps it. So for my other podcast, Amateur Detective Club, the other two of my co-hosts, they both have dogs, and so occasionally the dog will jump on the bed and sniff the microphone.
Oh no!
Before they can notice, and I'm just like, you gotta be vigilant. Because I've been editing and I've just heard
yeah.
awful, absolutely awful. So you got that. Oh no, you make me worried every time now.
Who?
You
Why?
with looking at your okay. So folks, Tucker, we it's been an hour since we originally were gonna record because Tucker's equipment was being.
Oh man, it has been a trial.
It's been bad. It was bad. It did bad. It did a bad.
It did so bad.
Yeah, it did a bad. And so we had to restart. And so now every time it looks at anything with his microphone, I get nervous that we're gonna have to stop again. And,
when I start looking up at mine.
Yeah, I'm just nervous. Whereas when I'm looking at an excellent collection of Star Wars action figures because I, in fact, am having a hard time letting go. My hairline and my hair started thinning, and I realized I don't want these Star Wars figures anymore, and I'm having a hard time. Oh, I know, Tucker. We've had a lot of conversations about biotin.
This is what the people want. This is actually just a vehicle for us to plug biotin. Hi, men.
I've been thinking about this. If I ever get a big enough career for people, acting wise, for people to like ask me for advice, I'm like, man, start taking biotin when you are 23. Just do it.
Yeah.
Just deal with having really thick hair. Everyone will love it. Just do it from the get go, and just get ahead of that curve. Take care of yourself, man. Just because you're a man doesn't mean you don't want to be healthy and have hair, I guess. I mean, my other option is to like get jacked, shave my head, and grow a huge beard. You know, if I lose my hair, that's what I'm doing.
That's the only other option?
The way I see it, yeah.
Oh, man. The world is bleak. You want to make a movie?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get in it. You monster. Today, the randomizer popped out on number one, something I added literally an hour and a half ago.
Amazing.
It is a movie with the tagline that was the last text message you received.
Okay, so here's the thing.
I
This
also put in parentheses, keep it safe.
movie.
So like if someone texted you your social security number for some dumb reason, Tristan, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Fake it.
Even just go 715. What would that's not even close to mine. So sorry.
Boom, crossing that off the list. I'm getting closer.
Yeah, between you asking Mike what his passwords were.
Listen, if I have to guess a password, I'm going to start typing MYQ, okay? That's phenomenal.
Yeah. Truly a gift. But so my thing is, I was going to make up a social security number, and then I'm like, odds are that would be someone's actual social security number. So I stopped.
Yeah, but you can't just give a number without a name. That's not how. Never mind.
So here's my issue with this prompt.
Yeah.
It's not an issue. Are you aware of there's a Werner Herzog documentary? Of course, shout out to Werner Herzog from last week.
Yeah, we had him on the show last week.
Yeah. Our friend of the show, Werner Herzog, he had a documentary about texting and driving because he is obsessed with the bleakest things possible, it seems.
Well, he's German.
Yeah. But yeah. So it's the slug is, and that was the last text message they ever sent.
What?
That's the tag. That's the prompt. Is the movie has a tag? That was the last text message they ever sent.
No.
What's the tag again? Give it to me.
The tag is a movie.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry. It's a movie with the tagline on the poster.
Yeah.
The last text message that you personally have received.
Oh, I understand. I suppose that was the last text message they ever received. See, that's what I thought. Okay, I just got one now, and it says, thanks. So Thanks, the movie. Thanks, the movie is, this one's going to be bad. It stars Tom Hanks, T. Hanks, if you will.
Oh,
Thanks.
No.
Tom Hanks as the most grateful person. It's like the opposite of that Jim Carrey movie, Yes Man. He's the most grateful person on the face of the earth, and it's deeply annoying. He constantly is like saying thank you, and he's trying to. So it's a reverse.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah, Tom Hanks being so Tom Hanks and so grateful for living. And then he, of course, meets let's say it's Chris Rock. Chris Rock plays the most cynical person on the face of the planet. It's obviously
because he's an old crock.
C-Rock, Croc, very good. Way to go.
You started this.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just pulling it.
So they obviously bump into each other like at an airport or something, and he's deeply cynical. And this might just be the Mr. Roger movies that Tom Hanks just did. But anyway, he's Chris Rock is deeply cynical, and they learn to give and take and find a balance between the two of them.
All right.
Yeah, that's my movie.
Goodness. My last text message was actually from you,
I was hoping.
Tristan, and it's just with no punctuation. Great 1 second.
This is a great 1 second. Punctuation's for losers. Why would I ever punctuate anything?
The great 1 second is a man's journey looking for literally the best 1 second of time throughout the entire universe.
And it turns out it's every time he comes. You said a man, so I assume that's what it's got to be about.
Fine, it's one woman's journey.
Okay, good.
It's some time that I'm not willing to give so I don't date the podcast.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm really worried about people going through the archive. Yup.
Gotta set it up for the future.
When we don't like women anymore. and some whack shit. He's canceled because he was pro-woman in a
so
fake
dated.
movie.
Yeah.
Stupid.
He's looking for the great 1 second that will unlock the secrets of the universe, or she.
They.
They.
A nice they.
You know, a nice they.
A tehei, if you will.
No.
Well, I liked it.
Yeah. So that's nothing. So I'm going to
No. The journey. It's a journey. So what is the second? What is the great 1 second? Like what? Is it like Hector searches for happiness? Is that Hector in the Search for Happiness, starring Simon Pegg, where he's trying to figure out what happiness is?
Yeah.
It's exactly like that movie because you've never seen. Have you seen that movie?
I've never seen it. No.
It's really good. It's actually very good. So this woman or this person, this being, this entity, this ghost.
It's a ghost.
It's a ghost, and it's trying to figure out the 1 second that can make it. That's the unfinished business.
Mm-hmm. Yes. The great 1 second.
Mm-hmm. And it turns out the 1 second is when they died.
Oh, man. That was the best time of their life.
Yeah, it's like Click with that twist, dramatic ending.
It's very Werner Herzog because the greatest moment of your life is the moment of your death.
It's the moments that you died.
Because life is misery, and we can't wait for this suffering to end.
I mean, you have to. But yeah. Okay, what's the next on the randomizer?
Next on the randomizer is...
I'm Mr. Randomizer. I'm Mr. Don't know.
I hit it again. Favorite songs.
Favorite songs. Well, I went first last time, so... Did we already do favorite songs?
Yeah, we've done all these, man.
Yeah. Because I did Claude Debussy. I'll pick another song. Just pick a different song. It'll be fine. Yeah, what's your second favorite song?
Second favorite song. What's that song called? Oh man.
Weasel Stomping Day by Alfred Yankovic.
Good Lord.
All right.
I was very partial for a very long time to a song. I'm still partial to it. I don't know why I'm saying it like I changed my mind. A song called Just My Type by Saint Motel. Very good. It's got a dirty horn section in it. Listen, people of the world, I am a sucker for a dirty horn section. Oh, put it in everything. Tristan, look me in the eyes. Everything. Yeah. Everything.
Okay.
That's not in that song. Yeah. So Just My Type, the movie, is about a person who has a severe blood disorder. It has to.
Sounds like it's obviously a rom-com. It still can be because they're trying to find the blood type because they need a transfusion, right? Yeah. Cool. And then they fall in love.
And they fall in love with a jazz musician.
With a jazz
trumpet player.
Played by Ryan Gosling.
No.
And Emma Stone again.
Because we need more of that. We just need more of white people explaining what jazz is.
He got a whole Netflix series about it again. This time, black people, though. Nice. Way to go, Damien Chazelle. You found a singular black person to talk about jazz. Okay, cool. My second favorite song is Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles. So this is about the inevitable heat death that the Earth will face from the sun. and about like a Federation of Planet type Star Trek type organization trying to flee Earth and colonize somewhere else at the last minute. So it's like the last colony on Earth, you know?
Right. I was going to ask if it was going to end up being like a dark comedy or like just severely or an animated.
Oh, I think it's an anime. I think it's an anime about the last colony on Earth trying to leave before the sun expands into everything. Goes
into
supernova.
everything.
Mhm.
Right.
Right.
Very good.
Okay, we got another one.
You want to do one more?
Yeah,
Let's do one more.
We do 3 unless it sucks, and we can. Then we do 4. Those are the rules. Those are the official rules.
Okay, this is another new one.
All right.
Books that shouldn't be made into movies, but we're doing it anyway.
Perfect. Any book. Just write a script, idiots. So.
Yeah, adapt a book that should never be a movie.
The Lord of the Rings. The Golden Compass.
That movie was terrible. That series, very good.
Okay, haven't seen the series. I don't think I will, but it looks decent from what I've seen. Okay, well, you know, I think.
Well, give it a shot. Well, maybe open up your fucking horizon.
So, my book is called Garbage Planet by Adam Minter.
Is this an actual book?
It's a real book.
Okay.
And
it sounds like you're just making it up.
No. I'm sorry, it's Junkyard Planet. Junkyard Planet by Adam Minter. It's a book about the recycling industry. Actually, I wanted to make there's a couple of documentaries about it, but I would love a narrative, actually, movie about this where you follow a generation of people who own a junkyard and how the junkyard industry changes, and like, you know, interpersonal drama with like, oh, the family might be losing the junkyard, and then because, you know, but then we have to go to Wuhan, China, where it's there, and we're seeing the terrible working conditions, but they have to make this deal anyway in order for their dad for them to make enough money so their dad doesn't die of like cancer or something. So they're like emotional stakes, but then you also get like all the different pieces. What's a book you hate? I actually really like the book. No, like, what's a book that shouldn't be a movie?
A book that shouldn't be a movie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to go real clean, real simple on this. I think everyone knows where I'm going.
The Bible.
It's the Bible.
Shut up.
Actually, it was going to be the Bible, but it's actually the Bible part 3, which is the Book of Mormon.
Oh, okay.
So we take the Book of Mormon.
So the actual Book of Mormon, not like the musical, the Book of Mormon. Oh no, you're frozen. I want to die.
No, not the musical, not anything to do with them, but the physical, the book. Well, I can still hear your audio. Nope.
And you're back. Great.
I'm back. You're back. We're back.
So it's not the Book of Mormon, the music.
No, it's not the Book of Mormon. The Book of Mormon, the musical, the movie.
Okay, cool. So it's just the book. So none of the music of the Book of Mormon.
I want to set it up like Book of Mormon, like Game of Thrones, like draw it out. Just like what's gonna happen? High action, you know.
With John Smith
Brigham Young and John Smith.
All right, cool.
Fighting that white male New York oppression.
The ones we're feeling right now. It would star us.
It would star you. Yeah, you and me. I'm John Smith. You're Brigham Young.
I've never heard of Brigham Young. I only know.
You only know John Smith?
Yeah, I only know John Smith.
Easy name?
Yeah.
You know,
Brigham Young sounds terrible, though. It sounds like something Chris D'Elia would be into. Ooh, topical.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Now we've dated the podcast. Oh, super gross.
Yeah. Do you want to stick with the ones we've made, or do you want
I think
more?
we got a good amount to pick from.
Okay, so what do you
why
want
don't
to
you
do?
tell me what you're leaning towards? You son of a bitch.
I always have a hard time remembering what exactly it is the fuck we've just said. So I remember liking
So,
the anime that I made up was good. I liked that
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
The blood type one, I liked both of those.
Okay.
I like Junkyard Planet as a
Yeah.
as a concept, but like that's not going to be fun to make. Does that make sense? Like
Sure.
that won't be fun and funny. T Hanks, I liked all of mine.
Wow.
No, I liked all of them. I liked all of them equally. None of them particularly stood out except for the Heat Death one because I've been watching a lot of Star Trek and I was like, oh, that'd be fun to kind of do.
Well, I feel like you've made me pick which one we're gonna do for the last 5, all of the episodes we've done.
Well,
so,
what are yours? Or do we have any that we agree on that we both really like?
I did like the anime Heat Death. I am interested in following the bloodline.
Okay.
But also anything with Tom Hanks, that shit sells.
It does. Let's go with the anime.
All right.
So, inciting action, the Heat Death of the universe.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, how far off is it?
Oh, it's got to be like, let's go a month, then it cuts to a week, then it cuts to a day.
Oh man, okay, so they've
for all
already
the 3
been planning
acts.
for it.
Yeah.
They're aware it's coming.
Oh, for sure. They of course, scientists.
It's not like, oh, the sun's gonna explode in a month. Here's the plan.
They have to come up with a solution. A month isn't a lot of time, Tucker, to figure out how to get 2 million people off of Earth.
Hey, 2 million?
Well,
It's
no,
just
this
2
is
million?
once again they've already expanded, but this is the last colony on Earth. Okay, so there's one colony left, but like 2 million. They for whatever reason didn't think like, oh, we should probably like plan for this sooner.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I guess something has to happen to accelerate the sun. It should be. You're right. It should be like 3 days.
No, I think a month works. Like you set it up as like, in the last 10 years we've known this was coming, but for some reason they use like a 1920s announcer microphone because that's what
last time 10 years we know the sun was gonna fucking eat us, but we didn't do jack shit about it. Yum 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 yum. Sun.
What's going on? What are you doing?
So, the inciting incident should be that like something happens to accelerate it, right? Like they've already been working on it, right?
Yeah, they've been working on it. But some scientist runs in, glasses askew, just absolutely winded, like scientist. And he goes,
runs in. He goes, "I'm so old. I look so bad in the data makeup." Sorry. He doesn't look bad. He just looks like he does now, and it doesn't make sense because Data's an android and shouldn't age. But please continue.
Sure.
Did they explain that in Picard?
Have I seen any episode of Star Trek ever? I'm gonna let the audience decide.
Okay, so anyway,
I'll decide for you. It's no. Let's move on before you kill me now.
No, I don't care. I didn't see Golden Compass shit.
Oh yeah, let's compare Star Trek to the Golden Compass.
Yeah, clearly
those are
one
equal.
One is superior,
and one is Star Trek. Moving on. Boom. I'm sorry. I'm gonna make so many people mad.
Yeah, all 3 people. You're Tyler, who has no stake in the game, is gonna go. Huh?
Shout out to Tyler Riley for just being the best. We love you, Tyler. Here's to you. Cheers.
So he
glasses askew, papers flying everywhere, and he goes, "The numbers were wrong. We didn't."
The numbers because it's animated. The numbers going, We're sorry.
It's anthropomorphic.
Numbers like inside out. Sorry, keep going. The numbers were wrong.
The numbers were wrong. The sun's throwing off more solar flares than they could have predicted because there was a decimal in the wrong place.
cut to the person by hand writing the decimal.
Yeah, by
Should
hand
be
in
fine.
the future.
On an iPad, he sneezes.
Oh, that's probably fine.
Yeah, I think it was that. Okay,
Okay.
so the numbers are wrong.
The numbers are wrong. They don't have a month. They have a week.
They have a week now. So this is okay. So they have a week.
Plans are accelerated. Riots have already been going because, everyone's got a riot. It's the future.
Okay, so this is like an Akira anime where it's like it's not fun. Like there's not giant robots. It's just bleak.
Yeah, I mean, is that what you were thinking, or were you thinking like
Pokemon?
You want Pokemon Heat Death of the Universe?
Pokemon : Heat Death of the Universe.
Pikachu, I choose you against the sun. Sad.
Neil deGrasse Tyson is there. That never would have worked. So they have this crisis. Who's the team? What characters do we have? I think we got to have like the president or whatever that they keep checking in. We got Brent Spiner, the scientist. We got to have like the head of the military.
Yeah, just jacked old dude with a crew cut who's just like, more money for military funding. Put less people and more missiles on.
We'll strap people to missiles and shoot them into space. Just like we did with all the garbage.
Yeah.
Which is what we should do. Elon Musk, come on. Come on, dude.
Come on. I mean, come on.
So, okay, I like that. Terry Crews for that role.
Yes.
Yeah. And then the president should be played by Aisha Tyler.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's very fun.
Yeah.
We got Brett Spiner, Aisha Tyler. So it's a comedy. They're doing dubs. No, they're doing a dub. So it's like, D. Bradley Baker's got to be there somewhere.
Oh yeah,
John, Billy West. You got to get Billy West in there. You got to get Joe DiMaggio someplace. Inexplicably playing a black person, as he often does.
Yeah, that happens quite a lot, actually.
Yeah, which a lot of people are fine with it, I guess.
Yeah, we don't need to make any sort of political stand.
Yeah, let's
now for this movie.
Yeah. Andre Romano, you just keep doing it, don't you, hon? So why do I know a cast anyway? So
I don't know. I feel like we need like some just like person who shouldn't be there at all, like a high school student who somehow is the leader of everything because of reasons for like just.
Okay, so there's a new intern. He's doing like a work study program for high school. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's inexplicably Andrew Garfield, who everyone still views as a teenager. He's
so
there.
Boyish.
He's so boyish with his floofy hair.
He takes biotin.
He probably does. It's been satisfying seeing it. The hairline, though. The thickness is there. The hairline, though.
Do you just Google image actors who are?
No, I have though since I've been paying attention more. I'll say that much. I've been paying attention more to people's hairlines. And Christina, my girlfriend, keeps telling me to stop it, and she's right. It's not healthy. It's not healthy.
No, it's not. But are you still doing it? Do you have any intention of stopping? Is this podcast now an intervention for you on hairlines?
Yeah.
Tonight on Dateline.
Yeah.
Hairlines.
I was thinking hairline fracture, which is where you cracked your skull.
Mm-hmm.
This teenager played by Andrew Garfield has an internship. Obviously, Brett Spiner has to die in an accident. They're trying to figure out some solution. The military guy dies. Brett Spiner dies. Aisha Tyler doesn't. But since they were doing an experiment too close to the place where she lives, the teenager has to go get her along with his girlfriend. They go, played by Florence Pugh, because I love her. Um,
All right.
and they have to go
No
get
other reason than that. You're the casting director.
No, so it seems. So they have to go get the president or whatever, and they also have to still find a solution to.
Yeah, that's her official title, president or whatever of the artist formerly known as the United States.
Okay, so we're there. That's like, I guess, the end of it. Act 1 is you think it's about this one thing, then it twists to be the other thing, and then we have to resolve this somehow. I've painted us into a corner. How do they get off of Earth with millions of people and also save the president at the same time?
Catapults? No, they.
No, we have to yes and. So Tucker.
Yeah.
They build a giant space trebuchet.
Yes, they do.
And they take all the world's garbage as the weight, and they fling everybody into space.
That's the solution. It's been there so long. They're like, we don't have enough room on the rockets. And someone's like, what about the garbage catapults? And they're like, could that work? And they do some weird number crunching and ignore all the rules of physics. They move more decimals around.
So Tucker.
Anthropomorphic numbers are jumping around going, we did
it! Okay, so I'm gonna take it back now, y'all. So the president thing should be the act 3 twist. So the first 2 acts have to be solving the solution, because they have to, whatever the solution, the last whatever they're doing, they are using to get the president out for some reason, because she insists on staying, and like, because she cares about her citizens more than anybody else, and she's trying to get reelected. So so what is the solution? We need a solution to this problem. Because it's actually happening, Tucker. I don't know if you know.
We're going to solve it right here, right now. We've got about 10 minutes.
Okay, so they power the rockets using solar power. They use the sun against itself.
Against itself? Take that, sun, you prejudiced son of a bitch. So prejudiced against everything.
Just hates Asians for some reason. Just can't stand them. Like, what, Tucker?
Well,
is the sun prejudiced against the moon? Do you think the sun hates the moon?
I think the moon is envious of the sun.
Why would that be?
That thou art far more fair than she. Hell with envy. Doing some Shakespeare. Rolling it back. Let's talk anime. Feel free to think I'm funny whenever you want, Tristan.
Oh, you got me. Put me on blast. And that's what they do. They build a bunch of rockets, solar-powered rockets, and they got a blast, and they go into space. But then one of the last rockets explodes, and they have to get to the president.
Yeah.
And do they save the president or not?
I think it Rogue One's.
Oh, and everyone dies at the end.
And well,
spoiler
like
alert
an amount of
for a movie that came out 3 years ago to mixed reviews.
But it was also clearly had to happen because of a movie that came out.
Yeah. I like, people are like, "Wow, what a really bold choice." It's like, well, none of these motherfuckers show up in any of the other movies. They had to have died.
They had to die.
Yeah.
Like most of the Jedi in the prequels anyway.
Yeah. And not Obi-Wan. Which is one of the things about like the stakes of like, it's kind of like the Titanic of like, well, you know what's going to happen. How do we get there? Right. And, you know, George Lucas did make some interesting choices on the journey there. I'll give him that. At least they make sense from film to film. They're like some other Star Wars movies that have recently come out.
Not naming names, not dating the podcast.
This cycle will repeat until they sell Lucasfilm back to George Lucas, who will make Red Tails 3.
Oh God. Yeah, I think most of the people get off, but the last contingent, that is all of our main characters,
They gotta
don't make
stay.
it.
Yeah, they gotta
Gotta
stay.
stay.
They gotta stay. And
But they
then
saved most of the people on Earth.
99.9%.
And it ends with them trailing off into the distance. Like, what's gonna happen?
And you see the sun engulf the earth. Eats it up.
Just noms it. Tell you about heat death right now. Me in this closet.
Yeah.
You guys doing sound stuff. You can't have any fans. And you also
I mean, I got an AC going right
can't have
now.
any
Do you,
cooling. I
do you
have
hear-
AC going out in the room over there.
No,
I
I
have
know. But like, do you hear the AC on my end? I mean, you could probably just put a window unit in your closet.
I'm a goddamn professional window unit. Just knock out the back here and
yeah.
whatever. I don't know where this wall leads.
They're giving away free window units apparently for this summer because everyone's stuck inside. They're like, okay, we can't rely on the normal thing of.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, that's the only good thing. Anyway.
Yeah, way to go, 2020. Turn it around. Oh no, I did it. I dated the podcast.
Oh no. Okay, so do we have anything else we want to say, Tucker? About the movie, about your
I feel like
life.
For some reason, since we've decided that the sun has a motive while it's exploding, I want to give it a voice.
Okay, so
I
you want the sun to be
have
sentient.
a voice actor.
The sun has been alive this whole time.
Yeah.
So we could go an obvious route of like James Earl Jones.
Mm-hmm. James Earl Jones. Clancy Brown.
Clancy Brown, also very good. Mr. Krabs himself. Only if he's doing Mr. Krabs as the sun. That man never needs to work again.
But he continues to do so.
Yeah, because he loves it. That's how you know. That's how you know they're idiots. Just retire early. No. Do you want to go with that kind of a obvious choice of like a big booming voice, or do you want to like Jim Rash?
Something ethereal. Jim Rash. I would love Jim Rash to be the voice of our evil son.
Here's the thing. Our evil son is a memoir from Leia Organa. Anyway, so this is where it gets weird.
It wasn't weird before.
We rotoscope Jim Rash's face, or we mocap Jim Rash's actual face, like his real human face.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else is animated, but his face as the sun is live action.
Yeah. I think you got a mocap and then rotoscope over it.
That is the process. That's how they made Snoke, if you can believe.
Oh, is it?
No. What?
Listen, I've got a lot of problems with them.
So JJ is like, okay, so in order to make it look more like episode 4, my favorite movie, and the only movie I actually wanted to make, and I wish I made, and I'm trying to remake it in every movie I ever make, we rotoscoped over CGI animation to make it look older and shittier.
Yes.
Which movie? You said that movie. Which movie? We'll get into it.
Really don't want to.
It's fine.
Because I have my problems with all three of them because they were like competing with each other to undo each.
Yeah, it was so weird. It was so weird. One of my biggest regrets with Star Wars is like they offered Ryan to write the third one, and he was like, "I'm gonna write Knives Out instead." And I'm like, I respect that. Knives Out is good. But like, it would have been great to just
like, hey man,
you could have just
finish it out.
Yeah, I mean, they should have not had 3 different writers. They should have had once again, per my previous statement, at least the prequels make sense. They're a cohesive story that mostly makes sense.
Yeah. So that's our movie. It's Star Wars.
Well, no, in Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, they do suck a sun, so it's the reverse. of ours. So this is in our own way, we are subverting expectations of The Force Awakens, much like
Boom. Take
tying it
that,
all
Disney
together.
Lucasfilms.
Please hire me. I would absolutely like there's this concept of like selling out. It's like, no, you don't understand. I am so horny for money. I think they call that greed. I'm so horny for that good cash that I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you might care a little because you could be doing something that makes more money than,
like what?
Well,
inherit Amazon?
Yeah, why don't you just
marry Jeff Bezos?
Marry Jeff Bezos.
Kill him.
Yeah.
And then, before I make sure and then Hercule Poirot shows up and solves the case.
Now that should be the next movie we make.
Yeah. These things I do not understand. Why is this named after a river?
That's his problem.
Yeah. I don't understand anything. Why is he so jacked? He's merely a CEO. Why not buy earplugs? Why do any of this? Fix your teeth if you have that much money. It's turning into Jean Bob from Princess.
Yeah, I was gonna
Swan Princess.
I was gonna say before we sign off here, I want you to have Hercule Poirot interrogate Werner Herzog.
Where were you on the night of the murder? Well, I was at my home reading Beowulf to my wife and contemplating the inevitability of my own death and wondering if the heat death of the sun will actually encompass me. Well, that sounds all very well and good, but I happen to know that your wife was with me that night because we were fucking... Sorry. Oh no, you've discovered my secret of cuckoldry.
Cuckoldry?
I'm quite literally a cuck, and I do enjoy it. Because what is life if not to be shared? There, are you happy now?
I am, because I think that's exactly what this episode needed, just to round us out in terms of its all over the placeness.
You know what? I don't give a shit, Tucker. Like, I'm trying to amuse myself and you, and hopefully maybe some other people.
There might be other people around. Shout out to Tyler Riley.
Yeah, I hope he enjoys this episode.
Way to be other people, my man.
Way to be not us.
Way to not be Tristan or myself.
Okay, so where can people find you?
People can find me at the local grocery store.
Wearing a mask.
Just wearing a mask.
Not a filter man, a Mike Myers, not a Michael Myers.
Yeah, just wearing a just wearing a big old Shrek mask.
You got to protect yourself.
Just farting and yelling at donkeys.
They pass by.
People can find me on Instagram, probably, at tjohnmustard. Sure, there's an underscore in there.
There absolutely is.
Pretty sure it's tjohn_mustard.
Now I got a question for you. You do voice work, right?
I do voice work. If you want to hire me, you could always give me a ringle-dangle. And you could listen to my sweet dulcet tones. It has to be a ringle-dingle, Tristan. Don't tell me how to conduct my business.
I'm your chief financial advisor of Tucker Daly Johnston LLC.
You're my CFO?
Yeah, I'm your CFO.
I have so many complaints.
Well, I've been embezzling.
Why am I so poor?
How do you think I can afford this nice blanket?
I assume you took it out of the moving truck.
TuckerDallyJohnson.com.
You can find me at TuckerDallyJohnston.com. Hit me up there. You could.
Tristan J. Miller 1 on Twitter. That's the only thing I use regularly with any consistency. Tucker, why aren't you on Twitter? By the way, I was going through my Twitter archive from like 2009, and I wasn't like saying anything bad or anything, but it was deeply embarrassing. It's like Hamlet quotes and quotes from my friends. It's just random garbage, and I kind of love it. And I want to go back to using Twitter in that same way.
I think you should. I am on Twitter. Still, again, tjohn_mustard. I just never use it because you know what? It can't contain this. It points at self, not on camera, and while also pointing.
Because you can't move your arms. Little known fact. You're in such a confined space.
Oh, man. You ready for this audio funness? Oh, yeah.
Why don't you just crack the door open?
Because then the sound.
Does it sound that much worse?
I think it opens up a lot and there's a lot more echo. So yeah, it sounds worse. I do audiobooks.
I know, but this is a podcast. I just said cuckoldry.
I just said cuckoldry. Like, all forms of respectable professionalism went out the window.
When I said cuckoldry.
I mean, we got pretty far into the episode.
Yeah. It's all downhill from here, folks. And scene.
Don't I have to record over it? Do I have to put the actual music over it? It's gonna go in.